People love drama, so I already know this live is getting ready to be lit. Because people just love drama, and it ain't even no drama. I just want to have a conversation. I just want to have a little conversation. That's it. I don't know, I've been going through some things. I'm trying to make my way back. I just want to have a little conversation. So, good morning. Good afternoon if you're on the East Coast. Oh, let's see. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, first off, y'all know I've been going through everything I've been going through. Why somebody do a chargeback on me for $50 for the class that I did a couple weeks ago? I don't think the person attended. I'm not sure, but they got the information. But they said that they didn't authorize the charge, but they opened an email campaign, and that's how they placed the order. People crazy. I'm going to win it anyway, but I did send an email like, hey, let's have a conversation. So anyway, the reason that I have, and I want some, you could drop whatever in the comments, you could drop questions or whatever, but I would prefer like for some people to go live with me. And I just have some questions about friends, right? And so, I really want to know, like, are your friends really your friends? Are your friends really your friends? And are you a friend? Like, what kind of friend are you? What kind of friend are you? And are your friends really your friends? Or is that something you even think about? You just kind of go on with life and whatever happens, happens. Good morning. Do y'all hear that wind? That wind is hitting different. Maybe I need to come back later because ain't nobody talking. Ain't nobody talking. Maybe y'all still asleep. My friends are my friends, but very few and far. And the reason I asked that is because, hey, Ty, I've been going through a transition where I'm learning how to label friends. I learned after getting engaged, some of my friends wasn't for me. So this is the reason I'm asking that. And I'm asking it for several reasons, right? You should uplift and encourage your friends. Yeah, you should. You should. True friends. How about, true friends are hard to come by. True, real people. Real people are hard to come by. Me and my friends are on the same page. Nobody is lazy or complainers. Everybody is doing something. I go over and beyond. If you're my friend, getting married will separate you. So it's not a question. It's not something that like people really talk about. And so a couple of things have crossed my mind. A couple of people have asked me questions about certain people that they no longer like see me around or see me with. And so when I went back and evaluated a while ago, I realized I wasn't a great friend, but I become a way better friend. And I feel as though that's held over my head. That's deep right there. Because sometimes it's us, right? And that's another thing. Nobody wants to take accountability. My circle is real, real small. I'm my best friend. Which is cool, right? But we all need some friends. I've always been the person, like, it's weird. Like, my best friends, I've had my best friends since 1994. So we were 14 years old. I've had my best friends for a long, long time. And I've always been an introvert, never really wanted to like fool with people, associate with people. And I don't really have the story. You know how like a lot of women will have the story like, oh, they did me wrong, or I don't really have those stories. I just always kind of like stayed away from people. I have a really good judgment of people, but like, there's nobody that has ever been my friend that like we turned enemies. Now, me and one of my best friends, we did go through something and we didn't speak for like 6 years. But like I said, it's 3 of us. We had this mutual best friend, and no matter what, like she held it together. She was still her best friend and she was still my best friend. But you know, we've been back together for years now. But I don't have like any of those stories where I just don't have none of those weird ass, oh, I don't trust females. It's not that I don't trust females. I do. It's just about a vibe and energy. I read people and things very, 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 very well, right? Let me read some of these comments. We pour into each other equally. I don't have any friends. I cut everybody off. That's not good. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not good to cut everybody off. And I'm not saying you have to go and kumbaya, but everybody needs a friend. I have certain friends. I don't have a lot of friends, but I have a lot of people. I have people that I can call and talk about numerous different things with, if that makes sense. Everybody needs somebody. A few years ago, I've always had friends, right? Not a whole lot of friends. I've never had a big crowd of friends. I never needed a big crowd of friends. A few years, and I was never, another thing too, I was never that, oh, no new friends. Like that was never me either. I just watch people I watch people closely. I can read through all the bullshit. So I pray that you get some friends too. I pray, because everybody needs somebody, especially like the things that I just experienced. Like, you know, I've been experiencing some things over the last month plus, but everybody needs some friends. You need somebody to talk to. And I'm not saying talk, you know, not no bullshit. I'm talking about some real friends that you can have some real conversations with. Like, hey, like, not nobody that's hating on you or nobody that wants to be you. Not none of that weird stuff. I'm talking about some friends that's really going to be like you and your friends don't have to agree. That's another thing too, that people get kind of like mixed up in friendship. Like, just because you want it that way and I want it this way, it don't mean because we disagree we not friends no more. No, like, hey, and we just going on about our business. It's just kind of simple as that. Like, it'd be too much catty stuff. It's me against you. If we real friends, ain't no me against you. It's us, right? We need friends. Absolutely. Hello. My new friends killing it. Yeah, man, listen, it's important to separate from people who take friendship overboard, trying to fill their own voids. A lot of people do try to fill their own voids. A lot of people want what you have. Some shit, you know how you just got some things naturally? A lot of people want that because they ain't got it. I can see straight through people. I was ignoring a lot of things in a friendship. Yeah, you gotta stay woke. You definitely gotta stay woke. Yeah, you need friends. My sign, I'm a Scorpio. Yes, we gotta ask God for discernment. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gotta be open to meet new friends. Exactly. And that's the thing too. Like in business, you need friends in business as well. You need friends in business. You need your regular friends. The thing is like, who want to go live with me? Like, let's have a conversation. We do need friends, but only not weighing you down. If they weighing you down, get rid of them. If they're weighing you down, get rid of them immediately. Thank you, Nicole. However, they will forgive a cheating, lying man. Sheesh. I have 4 best friends. God called 2 of them home. Now I'm down to 2. Hey, lady. My anxiety gets me scared to open up. So let's talk about that too. Like, why? I don't know. I don't know. It's not anxiety for me at all. Like, I'll look at you and I'll be able to read through some bullshit like, like, nah, it ain't for me. And I'm saying for me, I read people very, very well. And when certain things, if I see some fake stuff, I don't want to be involved with nothing fake. I don't want to be associated with none of, no ma'am. Okay. I'm just like, if my friends got it, I got it. Don't gotta be Oprah. Absolutely. The host, you should have came live because now this is my friend. Hey lady, my friend right here, she
Hi.
just started a podcast. Now we talk about everything. But hey lady, how you doing?
I'm good. Hi, Meek. How y'all? Like I said, I had four. Actually, I'm gonna back up a little bit because I'm a little late to to your live, but I heard some good stuff. Um, Growing up, my thing was I only had one best friend, and that was a female, and my mindset told me that I could not trust other females.
Okay,
So
where does that come from?
that comes from my own insecurity and my own mistrust. And I'm going to tell you why. Because my thing was my boyfriends would always be somebody else's man. Okay.
Okay.
Then, because that was showing I had commitment issues, that I did not deserve a man of my own, okay?
Wow.
At an early age.
Wow.
Okay. Then, by me having one best friend, which was a female, all the other females I did not trust because of what I was doing.
That's deep.
So I started having male friends. I wasn't sleeping with them, but that's the only thing that I would cling to, right?
Okay.
So as I grew older, I realized what was really going on with me. And the only way, and I'm not ashamed to say it, the only way I realized why my mindset was telling me these things and I was feeling this certain kind of way is I had to go pay and sit on somebody's couch.
Okay.
Because I got tired of when holidays come up and I'm with somebody else's man, they with their family.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? We couldn't be seen in public.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So now being a business owner, right? After having 2 children, right? And then guys, y'all listen. Like I say, and Meek know I'm transparent.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons why she let me come on live. Okay.
I didn't know you was this deep though, my girl.
Yeah. Girl, for real. Whoa. Look, y'all. Hey, I'm gonna because it's somebody else on here that's ashamed to say it. And I want y'all to know this. I'm telling you. And then let me get a little deeper on y'all. I didn't learn my lesson the first go round. The same way in business, we don't learn when we get burned, we don't learn the first time. We go back and get burned again.
Not me. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. Yeah. Real talk. So my daughter's father, okay, my kids are 35 and 30. Okay, my daughter is the oldest. My daughter's father, I slept with him one time and got pregnant. Okay. 6 years later, I got pregnant with my son. And let y'all do the math. My son is 30. His birthday is in May. His sister on his daddy's side is 30. Her birthday in July. So what that tell y'all?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is I really thought I was doing something. I was balling because he told his girlfriend I was his cousin and she would bring him to my house. Okay. So when we get sick and tired of being sick and tired of ourselves, okay? Because it ain't, I allowed it to go. I showed up for it. Put it like that, okay? So now I'm married, right? I've been married almost 3 years. I still have that thing in my mind because I had to pray to God. I'm like, God, please help me. Because guys, listen, when Mr. Right come along, that thing in your mind is, what is it? You know, revenge, God, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I done did this to this woman, this to that woman. What if it happens to me? And so that actually put a sense of fear in me of being married and committed.
Mhm.
Or let's back up before I got married. I was in a monogamous relationship, but they were always accusing me of cheating, in which I wasn't. So you see what I'm saying? I felt like, okay, wait a minute. I had to ask myself, wait a minute, are you? This is how our mindset as women and men. Okay. So, like I said, you know, God, I prayed. And I didn't just pray, y'all. I prayed. I started thanking God in advance. And I started walking in the woman that I am, that God created for one man and for my heart. You know what I'm saying? And my soul ties to be one with one person. And it's been working out. You see what I'm saying? I used to say my pickle was broke. But in order to heal, I had to be by myself. I had to learn how to look in the mirror, hug myself, and say, I love you. I had to learn how to do those things that I was dependent on men to do for me. I had to start doing it for myself.
Wow.
I took myself shopping. I would go to the movies by myself. And then eventually I gained female friends that we would go to concerts. Like I got one friend, that's my concert friend, okay? So when it's a good gospel concert, a good R&B concert, you know, we on the phone, you ready to go. We may not talk for months, but that's my concert buddy, right? I got another one, right? And her husband is my husband when it comes to cooking. She take care of everything else because the man can cook, okay? So that we laugh about that. But any given day, those insecurities that settle within us, if we don't get help or actually, like I journal, I call mine Dear God letters. None of us are perfect. And I go to God and I ask him for repentance, right? I repent and I'm like, okay, because let me tell y'all something. If you ever pay attention to your life, if you are doing something shady or not being honest with yourself, you will see certain things like my bank account ain't going up, or I'm sleeping longer, or I'm trying to get this hustle and it's not working. Anything that I set out to do is not working. So I have to sit still and go, okay, what have you done? Like, do an evaluation of my physical, mental, and spiritual well-being.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like I said in the comments, I had 4 best friends. That was my great aunt who passed away back here in September. And I mean, that was my best friend because I talked to her every day and she would tell me the truth. Point blank. It wasn't like she was my aunt, but she told me the truth as a woman. You see what I'm saying? Then my other best friend, she passed away 4 years ago from cancer. And I would hear her mouth. She was one, if I'm on the railroad track and the train coming, she's not going to stand up on the hill yelling for me to get off the track. I can't hear her. No, she's coming down the hill, get me off the track.
Come on.
That's a real friend. That's a real friend, you know, and she trusted me with so much of her stuff. Believe it or not, her mom got pissed off at me and her older sister because when she passed, I knew where everything was and they didn't. And I told them where her insurance policies were, who to contact, this, that, the other, right? So I'm like, okay, but, you know, so I still got 2, okay, that I can call and talk to about anything, and they can talk to me about any and everything. We talk about relationships. We talk about from a man's standpoint. One of them is a man, one is a female, right? So it's like, okay. And then now I'm actually learning how to communicate with my husband because I've gone through all of this and shut up so much stuff. And for those of you that don't know, it's a 20-year gap between me and my husband. And I laugh about it. I say, that's pitiful. I had to go find a man that's 20 years older than me. And another thing that I had a problem with, was I would always go backwards because it felt comfortable. I would always pick up the old. Believe it or not, me and my husband dated 34 years ago.
Wow.
Okay. So when it comes to friendships, personal, business, acquaintances, I'm transparent. And look, I've been following Meek for a minute. Okay. Everything she say do, I do. Okay. And the thing about it is social media will have you thinking, quote unquote, that I got your back, but they also come out. If you're not listening, you gotta have that discernment and you gotta listen. And they'll tell you that you're supposed to hit people in a moment of excitement, that emotional. You're supposed to touch that emotional thing, right? And I was getting ready to do something last night. I was sitting up here saying, Dad, and I've been teaching this thing of robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? I'm like, okay, let me, okay. And then it hit me. Idiot, sit your butt down somewhere. Tax season getting ready to start. You haven't finished or executed on 2 courses you in right now. Now you're trying to pay out some more money. Sit your butt down somewhere.
Right.
You ain't got to be on everything.
Right. You listen, you just said a mouthful, and I want to touch on so much of it all day, and I ain't got all day. I kind of do got all day, but damn. So the first thing I want to say is, I guess I've never had those type of trust issues with women or care. Like, I've never gotten that deep because I don't have, it's not like I ever messed with nobody's man. If I did, I didn't know anything about it. You know, it wasn't with the family for the holidays and I'm over here. I never experienced that. So that makes a lot of sense why, and you know, and it's happened to women. So that could be a reason too. They don't trust women because maybe they friends and slept with their man or whatever. So that makes perfectly good sense. That makes perfectly good sense. Another thing, so this is my friend and we talk about everything. And one thing that you talked about was like the different type of men that you dated and you kind of like rely on men. Women and men do not give themselves enough time in between relationships. They always kind of leech on and go on to the next one, right? So I know the biggest issue for me is I'm so independent. It's a blessing, but it's a curse as well. It's a blessing, but it's a curse as well because I got a smart ass mouth and I got my own shit, right? And the thing is, but at the same time, I know how to, you know, like tone it down. This can get too deep and I ain't finna go too deep. What I do know is I can't. And then another thing too, I'm not the type of woman that can deal with a man that's gonna just, cause if I be like, oh, I'm going to do this. Okay. That don't work for me. I don't want my ass whooped. I ain't never had my ass whooped, but you need to have some kind of backbone and be like, what the fuck you talking about? You know, so wow.
Okay. That's why I tuned in. I got in on late. And the matter of fact, y'all, I woke up this morning at 6 o'clock. I'm in my big office. I fell asleep in my chair last night.
Oh, wait.
Fully clothed.
Stop right there. That's another thing I want to point out that you said too, because all of this kind of plays a part. You said that you were doing something or getting ready to get into something, but then you remember you were already enrolled in 2 courses and your main thing is taxes, and tax season is starting tomorrow or in a couple, real soon.
The 24th,
right?
The 24th.
That's one of the biggest thing with business owners. Like all of it play a part. Women, men, relationships, all that shit play a part. But you get on social media, you see these people doing this stuff, and you like, oh, let me jump on that. Let me jump on this. Let me do this. You don't need to be a part of everything. You don't need to take every course. You don't need all the ebooks. Every coach can't be your coach. Half of these people don't know what the hell they talking about. Every mentor does not need to. That's going to get deep too, because there's going to be some people mad at me today, but that's cool. That's cool too. But
Say something to her about the communication, because I heard her say something about communication with her and her husband. So I have a podcast. I only got 2 episodes because I'm fairly new to the podcast world. So my first episode on my podcast, the topic is communication. It's on Spotify, and the name of it is Both Sides of the Fence. So when you get a chance, I want you to go over there and listen to that podcast.
What's your name? Wait a minute, I can barely see it in the
I think you covering up your mic.
Is it Zamir _ A Beauty?
Yeah.
What is your handle? Is that you?
So yeah. So my page, my original page here by Lena was hacked, so I had to start a whole new page and start all over. But yeah, you'll see Lena on my Spotify.
Okay, Lena, spell it LENA. LINA.
Yeah, so you'll have to type, when you go to Spotify, you'll have to type in Both Sides of the Fence. That's the title of our podcast.
And everybody on here needs to go listen to it because it's really, really deep. It's really deep, especially when she's, and it's her and a guy, and they're having this conversation. It's just deep. They having this conversation about a few different things, but one of the main things is like, men will say, this ain't about this. Anyway, well, this is where we at. Well, men will say, they will meet a chick or talk to a chick, and then they know that they're not interested in her. No, they're not interested in her. They're going to still have sex with her. They're going to still do all of the, we need a man on here. We need a man to join this live.
Let me tell you, last night we did a podcast and it was on side pieces. Okay. Yeah. So it got deep. Yeah, it got real deep.
And I've even been in I've been in a relationship for 6 years because I believe in longevity. Okay. We did everything together. We had the joint bank account. The only thing missing was the marriage certificate, right? Well, when I say, well, when are we getting married? What got me was he said it out of his mouth. Why should I buy the cow when I can get the milk for free?
Hello.
Y'all know what? I've been in here too long.
Let me ask you this. Why did you ask him when we get married? Because I ain't doing that.
Exactly, because we done been together for 6 years. We doing everything because this is in my transition phase of trying to live right? That's shacking up, right? Because I watched my mom do it for many, many years, okay? So, yeah, y'all, that go a little deeper because it's not just us. We got to look back at what we grew up and we generational curses. Because I don't have no problem. I'm 53 years old. But I saw my grandmother live this way. I saw my mama live this way. I saw my aunties live this way. You know what I'm saying? So I never knew what it felt like to actually be committed, be in love, how to be treated as a queen and not stepped on. Or the fact that my problem was I'm a fixer. That's even in my family, okay? I'm the oldest of 3. And so my sister and brother and my mom has dementia, so I'm the fixer, okay? But I allow myself to be there, and then when I get sick and tired, I go off. And when I start cursing, and which I don't on a regular basis, they know something wrong. Funny story, you know, my brother called me. He's a year younger. Just a couple of years ago, and I was in one of those spaces where I just blasted on him. Do you know that he called my mama on me? I'm grown, he grown, and my mama gonna call me and say, what's the matter? I said, what you mean? Tell me, your brother just called and said you cursed him out. Are you sick? Okay. That even amounts to family relationships. You see what I'm saying? And my thing is, when I told him that, the first thing that came to mind is get your exit strategy. I stayed in that relationship 1 more year while I was building up my bank and getting everything situated. He didn't even know it, but I had even stopped giving him some, okay? And for a whole year, he was a truck driver. So I started doing my bank. I started get my exit strategy together. And one of the fears that I was exposed to, or my mindset is, you've never been out on your own by yourself. And that was a real fearful step, because I've always had somebody to pick up the pieces when I screw it up. Okay. And so I stepped out on faith and I did this thing. I called him while he was on the road. I said, your stuff, I was nice. I even put his stuff that he wanted in a storage facility. Okay. All right. I didn't have to do that, but I put his stuff in a storage facility. So that thing right there just got me all just, crazy. Okay. So that was a fearful thing too. And I'm like you, like right now, my husband, he gets upset with me when I don't ask him to do stuff, because I've become so independent because of being hurt. Okay. I've become so independent that it gets to him, I raised my kids by myself. And like my sister told me the other day, she said, I've never known you to actually ask somebody for anything. And the thing about, like you said, that generational curse, my daughter is the same way, and so is my son.
And it is generational, because my mom was a very independent woman. I didn't grow up seeing her with different men and getting her ass whooped and all that stuff. So it has trickled down. All of the strong women, my aunts, her sisters, and her family, they strong women and got their shit together, and they ain't putting up with nothing from nobody, right? So it is generational, because they say do as I say and not as I do, but
and not as I do. But, and today they do what they see, not what you say.
Yeah. and it, and it's a blessing and a curse. It is, because there's a curse though, because I talk about too, like a couple of years ago when I used to get on live and do this kind of stuff, I would always talk about, like, you get these men that's whooping your ass, and you got them around your kids. So then your girls grow up thinking it's okay to get their ass whooped, and then your sons grow up thinking it's okay to do the ass whooping, right? So it's just like our community. And then when it comes to relationships, we have not saw enough strong Black relationships. So it's like a lot of these men don't even know how to they don't know how to do that. They think they do. They have an idea. They may want to do it, but then they just don't. It's just.
But that's the blessing, and like I said, that's the blessing, because my son married his 4th girlfriend. He wasn't one to sleep around. He married his 4th girlfriend, and they have 2 children together. So I tell him on a regular basis, I'm very proud of you, because you don't have baby mama drama. My daughter and her ex-husband, my daughter got divorced that Wednesday. My son got married that Friday. Okay. But my daughter, she married, her and her husband had been together since they were 14 years old.
Oh.
And they were married for 11 years. Okay, they have 3 boys. So she gave me the boys, my son gave me the girls. And his wife say, no, we cutting it off with them 2 right there. He said, I'm fine with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they believe in longevity because they watch the negativity. Like I said, they're millennials. They do what they see, not what you say.
And it can go either way. It can go
exactly. So I thank God for that. Neither one of them going through the child support and all of that stuff like I had to. And my daughter, real funny and real quick, she used to say, Mama, I'm never having kids. And I'm like, why? She said, because I see how you struggle with me, and they won. And I was like, huh? So at the age of 14, she got a job, and she said, Mom, don't worry about helping me. I'm going to help you raise him. So my son is rotten, okay? He grew up in a household with me and my daughter. So he know if he can't get it from me, he can go to my daughter. So yeah, that it don't always trickle down, but we can stop at any given time.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, so back to to bring it. Oh no, Kalina.
I
So last night. So is it on? Is it up
So
yet?
it should be up by the end of the day. When my business
okay.
off work, he'll put it up.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
It's,
Yeah, I definitely want to hear
yeah,
that one.
yeah, definitely. And then our next one is when I'm gonna bring, Uncle Luke is gonna come on there, and that third episode is gonna be conversations that need to be talked about before dating, marriage, and just dealing with people. Period.
Right.
Like conversations that need to be talked about. What happens with us is that, and it's happened with me as well. We get with people, we start talking to a guy on the phone, everything going good. Next thing you know, we go out to dinner, to lunch. Then next thing you know, we having sex. Then the next thing you know, we wake up and we in a relationship, but we ain't had no conversation about nothing.
No terms, no conversation, no nothing.
So what we in a but so now you got your thought of what this is. He got his thought of what it is. But if me and you haven't communicated among,
You don't know what it is.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You might be building, and he might be bullshitting. But if we didn't have a conversation as two adults, it's like, what the fuck are we doing for real at the end of the day?
Right.
Yeah.
And then as women, like, we got to stop putting expectations on shit because of what it looked like, because of how good the conversation is and how good, all the rest of it is.
Right.
Because, like, a lot of times we set ourselves up too because of what it looked like or what it feels like. More importantly, what it feels like. Right.
As a woman, you ain't asked him nothing. So I
Mm-mm.
mean, you ain't said, hey, what we got going on? Are
Right.
we looking to be, married? Are you looking for a wife? Am I looking for a husband? Am I looking for a homie lover friend? Am I looking for some, some sex every now and then, get my back blew out? You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to be, and I hate that a lot of people are not honest. And when you're not honest and you don't keep it real with people, it just opens this door for a miscommunication. And the communication is all fucked up. My problem is I talk too much. I ask too
Me
much
too.
because I want to know.
But so let me stop you right there. True. And we both know, that about each other, right? The thing is, we, talk too much. We ask a lot of questions. I'm the type of person like, hey, let me know what it is. Give me the option of dealing with this or not. There are so many females that aren't going to ask any questions. They're going to go with the flow. They scared of the answers they may get. They like the feeling of it, or they came into it knowing exactly what it was, but they make up in they mind or their head because of how it feel like, oh, this is what it is, or he going to leave her, or he going to.
Not going to happen. And that's why last night got juicy about the side pieces, because I've been on both ends. I've been a side piece before in the past, and I've actually had a lot of side pieces as men, and neither one of the
You didn't have to put a lot on that. You didn't have to put.
Yes. I've been on both sides of the fence, and that's why I named this podcast Both Sides.
We need Pookie. What you doing on here? Come on here and give us some information. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's why I named it Both Sides of the Fence, because it's not just women, it's not just men. This shit happens on both sides of the fence.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then sometimes, but another thing too is sometimes it be the man that be in the woman's, situation, or, they thinking it's something and then it's not nothing.
Right.
There's so many women who don't fall in love with themselves first. They expect. Exactly. That's true too. A lot of people don't love themselves. They don't. And then too, they don't know how to love themselves, or it wasn't done at home. Like, nobody showed them love. So it's like the only place they've had to turn for love is to the streets or to men or whatever. But one thing I'll say, and this goes with pretty much everything in life, if there is something that happened in your childhood that you didn't like or you didn't care for, you can't be dragging all that garbage with you. You can't drag all that garbage with you. Like, oh, I'm like this because whatever. if your mom, your dad, your sister, whoever wronged you, forget them people and move on and stop blaming those things on why your life is all messed up now. Get you some help. Figure it out. Y'all not ready for my input. We want your your input. I'll join later for sure. Unresolved issues, then they should not get into relationships. Right, but yeah. I don't know. People shouldn't get in relationships, but everybody want to be in a relationship. Everybody want to feel love. They want to feel wanted. But if you don't want yourself, if you don't like yourself, if you don't love yourself, you gonna let a motherfucker. I'm not supposed to be cussing. You gonna let a person. You gonna let a person.
Date yourself for a while. It's okay.
Yeah.
Date yourself for a while. See if you like you, because you might not even like you. You may date yourself for a while and be like, hold on. Let me look in the mirror for a second. Will I date myself? Right. You gotta do that. You have to have a conversation with yourself. Right. Okay.
And aside of like liking and dating yourself, so liking yourself is one thing, dating yourself is another thing. A lot of people are not even comfortable with being themselves. I go eat by myself. Y'all know I done been to Japan. I done been out the country and everything by myself. Like I'm my own best company. Right. I like being around people, but I know how to just sit at a nice dinner table and eat alone, and I don't feel weird or like people looking at me. I ain't worried about them people. I'm okay with me.
Yes.
So I don't mind going places and doing things by myself. I don't have to have people talking. I don't have to be in a car with the music blasting. It could be complete silence. Right. You know, so it's so many levels to certain things. It's so many levels to it's just levels to a lot of things in life.
It is.
It's so important to be single and not entertain anyone. And sometimes you need to just like buckle down and focus on yourself. You going from one person to another, or and then a lot of people, why do this keep happening to me? You entertaining those same type of people. That same type of shit keep happening because you're entertaining those same type of people for whatever reason. I dated myself. I went to the show, movies, travel. Yeah. It's important to be able to do stuff by yourself. Not always, and that's in business too. A lot of people will not go to events or go to classes or go to seminars, webinars, and stuff like that because they don't have somebody to go with. Go by your damn self. Yeah. When you got to pay your bills, you're by yourself. If you can go learn some knowledge, whether it's for your business or for your mental or for whatever, you need to go by yourself.
Yeah. You got a lot of people that can't do nothing without a whole entourage or whole crowd of people. And I used to be scared to go to the movies and stuff by myself and go eat by myself a lot of years ago, but I was like, wait a minute. As I got older and matured, I was like, now I don't give a damn. I love the movies by myself. I was actually in the movies one time and a couple was on the side of me. I put my feet up, had my popcorn. I don't know why they came by me. It was a whole lot but I'm in there vibing. Baby, I laughed by myself. I cried by myself. It was like I had a whole moment. So I enjoy my company.
Exactly.
Who I am as a person. So when you get to that point in life, you don't give a damn about doing none of that shit by yourself. You don't need nobody holding your hand to do what you do.
Exactly. And a lot of people are going to miss out on a lot of opportunities waiting on people. That's why I start traveling stuff by myself. And y'all know me in a minute. I'll be in fucking Hawaii by myself. Like, hey, because it's just important to like move around by yourself. So I've seen a few men join. What do we want men input about? I was single. I was a single birth. I will do anything. Yeah, I'll do anything by myself too.
Yes.
Somebody, maybe that's the wind. But so what's the topic you and Uncle Luke gonna have?
So the topic that we are going to talk about is going to be conversations that need to be talked about before conversation before marriage. A lot of people are not having conversations, and then they get into these relationships, these marriages, and then they realize, now I want to have the conversation. but I might be at the point where now I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
the person that I start dating is not the person that you are now, because you this fake fraud,
Right.
who you supposed to be, and now
Right.
you in this relationship. Now the real you is showing up, because I've been in situations like that as well, and now the shit is over because
Yeah.
I'm not you. Because who are you?
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. And that's deep too. And so, like you said, because it's like, it's some people that still want kids. I know I ain't having no kids, so why would I even get with somebody or entertain somebody that want kids? Because I don't.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because that's a deal breaker for me. The moment you talk about kids, I'm
running.
That moose. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I can't, because my daughter's 27 years old. Turns
Right.
27 years old January 7th.
Right.
I will be a fool. Okay, it would take a special baby. God would have to come down
and tap on my shoulder.
Have the child. That's the only way that's gonna happen. We're not having kid talk. It's grandkid time.
Right.
And not even really that time either.
But yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, I don't know. That's deep. People should be honest about what they want.
So for my fourth episode, I want you to come on as a guest. So we got to figure out a good topic, because I want it to be 2 men and 2 women.
Okay.
I have 2 guys and I need another woman, and I definitely need somebody that's gonna vibe with me.
Right.
Some real shit, because I feel like people dance around a lot of things, and this is the reason I started a podcast, because I'm on TikTok. Yeah, I got 116,000 followers on TikTok. Lena's so sexy, y'all. Tap in. But I can't say what I want to say on TikTok. I'm limited. I talk around things. I dance around things. I said, what kind of platform can I get on? Be myself. Say what I want to say. Talk about these conversations that need to be talked about, that people are scared to talk about. Think fine, but they not saying this shit. Let's talk about it. I said a podcast. A podcast is perfect for this. So I can say on over there. So I think this podcast thing is gonna be.
Yeah, and like I told you, when I heard that first one, I was excited. I called you screaming like, yo, this your shit. I was like, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. And that's the type of friend I am. To get back on the original topic is like, are your friends friends? And the reason I ask, are your friends friends? Because like, what type of people are you surrounding yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself with people that's gonna sugarcoat your shit? Everything you say is a go. I don't want those type of people around me. And I know I have a very, very strong personality, and there aren't a whole lot of people that's gonna come to me and be like, oh, people gonna just kind of, oh, okay, that's cool. Everything I say is not cool, or it's not a great idea. But it's important to get friends and people around you that's gonna let you know some things. It's important to have friends that you can talk about things with. It is very, very, very important to have people that you can talk about with, whether it's about money. We don't have enough money conversations. We shy away from money conversations. We're so afraid to talk about money, but that's because we haven't been exposed to no money. The money that I've made some damn good money, but I still have not been exposed to enough money to Star. The money girl just got on here. Star gonna talk about some coins. That's what she gonna talk about, is some coins. And she came to Meek University and talked about this too. She was like, you shouldn't have friends or people around you that you can't, like, if you go buy yourself a new bag or a new car, they over there side eyeing you like, shit, be happy for, like, what is the side eyes for?
Yeah.
Yeah. But back about the conversations, like, it's important to have friends that you could talk about money conversations, uncomfortable money conversations. Like, damn, I want to, but I ain't got it. I wish I could, but I ain't got it. Those type of conversations. And then about, relationships and men, and not the sugar down bullshit. Like, the thing is, at the end of the day, we're all grown. We all have our own minds. We're all going to make our own decisions. So as a friend, you can give your friend advice. This is the thing that bothers me about people. You call your friend, you tell them this whole story, they give you your advice, and now you got attitude. She a hater.
Yeah.
You done told her all this shit about this man or about this situation, and now you're mad at her because she like, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like, do you want the advice or not? At the end of the
Right.
day, you grown and gonna do what you want to do. But like, yeah, get you some friends that you can talk about some real shit with.
Yeah, it's so hard to find them type of bonds and them connections though, especially nowadays. So when you do come across that type of energy, you have to keep those type of people around you, because I'm telling you, everybody is not your friend. Everybody's
Right,
not your friend. This is
right,
when I seen the topic, like, this is a good topic and I need to talk about this on my podcast, because
right.
you got people sitting back and you think they're cheering for you, but the whole time they praying on your downfall.
They ain't praying for you, they praying on you.
That part.
With the E. They preying on you. And that's the thing too. A lot of people are opportunists. And that's a conversation we don't have
Ooh.
in business.
Yeah.
People are opportunists. These people don't fuck with you the way you think they do. They sticking around to see what you can do for them. And it's levels to that. Because I don't necessarily want to be around anybody that I can't benefit from. Right.
Yeah.
So let's make this plain. I don't want to be around nobody that I can't benefit from, but I'm not an opportunist. Because if you help me, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you way more than you help me, because that's just who I am as a person. But it's important to be around people that can help you. But it's a very thin line. People are opportunists. They want to suck you dry. They want to get what they can get from you. They want to just, and then, use you up and wash you out and wring you out. And when they done, they on to the next. You gotta pay close attention to people. Everything that looks like a great opportunity don't always be great opportunities.
Yeah.
You notice some shit with anybody, man, woman, cat, dog, when they start looking crazy, acting crazy,
doing that weird shit. Don't be coming around me with that weird shit.
Right.
I'm big on energy as well. Like, I can feel people energy. If your energy is good, I can feel it. If it's bad, I can feel it. I'm just big on energy, and I will separate myself from anybody that got that bad, negative. Every day you talking about something depressed. Every single day you talking about something that don't have nothing to do with being positive.
Or going to the next level.
Yeah, or going to the next level. That it will suck you dry.
Mia said, like that $3,000 lady. Who was that? We got space for 2 more people if y'all want to jump on this live. With $3,000 lady, Mia. It'll probably come to me tomorrow or something. $3,000 lady. I don't know. But yeah, I read people's energy, and at the first sign, and this is what a man, a relationship, a friendship. And I know one of my issues is I leave too soon, because I ain't finna stick around. I'm not the person that's going to be like, oh, well, I love this person. Next thing you know, 5 years and past up, the same shit going on. Nah, I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be out the door.
The other day, because I got female friends, but I was telling somebody the other day, I said I got one friend that I go out of town with, and I don't go out of town with a lot of women, because it be a lot of weird shit that happen when you go out of town with people. People be having different shit going on, a number of things. But I know that when we go out of town, it's not an issue.
Oh, yeah, Mia. Okay, I got you, Mia.
Yeah. It's not an issue. You know what I'm saying? You got me, I got you. We don't even have them conversations. We just go out of town and do us.
Right.
It's just a natural bond,
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. But it's hard to come across people that's just kind of, like that. And just in general, like this is it's a beautiful world, but at the same time, this is a dog crazy cutthroat. If your eyes ain't open, man, if you don't have a strong mind, if you don't have like discernment, you're gonna end up somewhere just all messed up. And sometimes when things appear to be too good, do a little research. It probably is just a little too good.
Yeah. So when we were on Clubhouse, they were talking about women with masculine energy. Did you hear them saying anything about that?
No, because I remember I got on the phone. I got a phone call.
Oh, okay. All right. So Yeah, so that it got deep, and I think that's another like when because I hear these topics and I just want to bring
So elaborate on that. Masculine female or alpha female? Like,
mass.
what is a masculine? What is
So
that?
I guess they're saying the topic was, are you too hard
Right.
for a man?
Right.
And the women were like the lady that was on here earlier, and she was saying that she don't ask her man to do nothing, like around the thing. So what happens is when you don't ask a man that's in the home for things that he's supposed to do as a man being in the household, it makes him feel like, well, what am I here for? Got everything.
Right.
You got to take out the garbage. You could, hammer the wall, hang the curtains up right. What am I really here for?
Right.
What's my purpose of being here as a man?
Right.
So you got to strip them from all that because you so independent. I don't need nobody for that. Well, shit, I just go on and leave.
Right. But then, and I get that, right? Because yeah, I'm that person, but at the same time, if you pull the fuck up, then I'm gonna sit down.
Right.
I'm not gonna be walking around trying to do all that stuff, but you got to show me that you got what it takes to be this person. Absolutely. You got to show me that you can lead me to where I'm trying to get to.
Right.
You know, so then it's a thin line there too. And I know a lot of men are threatened by me.
Right.
It's it's a few that's not. It's a few that's not, but for the most part, it can be a bit much. It can be a bit much. And
you gotta be him. I'm gonna just keep it real. If you're not him, you know when you him.
Yeah. And I know when he him too.
you know when he him. Because him, he gonna come through and he gonna shut shit down.
Right.
Okay. He don't give a damn about your smart mouth, talking back all
exactly.
that.
Exactly.
Let me do what the fuck I need to do.
Exactly. Oh, you're too aggressive. Well, shit. I was aggressive the first phone call we had. First conversation we had, I was aggressive.
Yeah, you
didn't tone that aggressiveness down. So, you got to look at yourself, my guy.
Yeah, because some men have shut all that shit down.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah. Anybody else want to go live with us or y'all just chilling?
Yeah, come on.
I want to know. I want somebody to go live with us and tell us what type of friends do they have, or what type of friend are you? Like, are you the type of friend that, is just like, do you make your friends feel comfortable enough to like want to let you in or tell your stories, or, like what kind of friend are you? Some men are intimidated. Yeah, they are, but that have to do with their own thing because, like I said, as women, no matter how alpha of a woman we are, when they start ending my lives, I used to be on live for hours. Oh, they finna end this thing.
Oh, wait. But timer?
2-minute timer.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe because I ain't been on live in so long. I don't know. But what was I gonna say about men? I don't know. I lost my train of thought. What kind of friend are you? What did I just say?
Yeah, shoot, I totally forgot.
Yeah, but it's really like the type of friend that you are. Like, are you the friend to where your friends feel comfortable with even like telling you stuff? Jump off and come back on. You want to join the live, but this live finna end, so I might as well just end it and then we'll come back.